Did you guys practice anything during weekend?
Yeah, we practiced.
Like creation of customer master, like sales order, all those things, what actually all of the organizational structure and the assignment.
Yeah, we could practice.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah. Any issue anyone face?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, let's continue. Let me share my screen. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, great. So that day we were discussing customer master, right? Okay, let's go back to the notes. Yeah, hi Amrinder. I think Amrinder was not there during the initial batches, right?
Hi, Deepak.
Yeah, hi Amrinder. So were you there during last week class?
No, no, no. This is my first class.
Oh, this is your first class, huh?
Yes.
So we have already completed 5 classes. Amrinder. We have done some model structure. We have gone through the basic what SAP and ERP is. So
Okay.
I hope you are aware that you are joining in between actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Let's continue. Yeah. So like last class we were discussing this customer master and regarding what kind of changes we have in customer master in ECC and HANA. Okay. Now let's deep dive a bit and see what kind of data we have in the customer master. Okay. As I said earlier, we create master data so that we don't have to enter all the detail again and again. Let's say today I'm creating a sales order for some customer, so I have to enter all the detail, right? The name, address, phone number. And there are so many other things also which we will discussing right now. So next time I don't want to enter the same data again. I want to save time, right? Because if I take that much time in entering in one sales order itself, so it is not feasible. So SAP has given the option to create master data. Customer master is kind of a data which is being shared between salespeople also and finance people also, because customer who will be dealing, the salesperson will be selling the goods to that customer, and finance people will be getting the money from that customer. So basically these two team are what you call majorly involved with this customer master thing. Okay. And there are so many, as I said, there are so many within customer master, like the general data, okay, finance role, customer role, then creative management role, the treasury role. Okay, there are so many roles, but as of now, we will just concentrate on three data, which are kind of mandatory to have to create invoice for any customer. So one is general data, one is company code data, and one is sales area data. So company code data, we also call it as a what do you call FI role. Okay, so this is nothing but your SD role data. This is your finance role data, and this is your general role data. Okay, and if you go to SAP, so this is the role. So this is general data. You see in bracket it has written GEN. This is their FI role, and this is your sales role. Sales role, SAP simply writes as a customer, so you don't get confused. It FLCU 0 and 01. Maybe as I said last class also, maybe in some interviewer may ask you that what is the role for customer in the BP. They need to tell them that okay, FLCU 01 is the role for customer. Okay, and as I said, there are at least these three are required. The supplier financial is not required. Okay, you can ignore it. But these three at least we require to create any invoice or order to for any customer. These three are at least required. Okay, now let's go down. These are not required. These all are. See, when you create a custom, as I said, directly you can go to BP, or you can go to, let me open another window. So this is SAP Easy Access menu, right? If you see here, I don't know whether this is visible. Here is it says SAP Easy Access. Okay. Directly as I said, the earlier code in ECC was XD01. Okay. So if you type XD01, you see now it message comes that redirecting to transaction BP as transaction XD01 is obsolete. Means XD01 is no more working. So system has automatically redirected us to the BP transaction and the new T code. Okay, and sometimes some interview may ask you, what are the type of customer? What are the types of customer do we have in SAP? So these three types we have. Either a customer could be a single person. Let's say I am buying something from Tata Steel. Let's say as an individual for my own purpose. So I'm kind of a person. But let's say also I'm also running a small company. Okay, let's say I'm running L&T, and now I want to buy something from Tata Steel, some from some organization. That I will be working as an organization, right? And there could be group of. So these all are three types of customers. As I said, sometimes the interviewer may ask you, so don't get confused. You just need to tell them there are three types of customers we have in SAP: person, organization, and group. And mostly since into SAP is into business and big company, so most of the customer will be created under the type organization. Okay, so you select source organization, and then this screen comes. You can close this window, not required. Okay, this is just for your help purpose, so you can close it. Those initial days I used to get confused what is this left side pane and what is all those things, so you can just close it, and here you can have all this data. Okay, and as I said initially, first any customer if you're creating, you need to go to the BP role, 000. I want to get it's not cancel it. Okay, yeah, just pay attention here. I'm selecting role as well as I'm selecting grouping. Okay, as I said, grouping is something which is related to BP, business partner. Okay, there will be one more term, as I said, customer account group. So there are two four-digit code which will control all the fields. Okay, whether let's say postal code has to be mandatory, or let's say I don't want itself this postal code to be visible at all. Okay, I just want, okay, the street number should be there, and this line should not be visible at all. Okay, so all those control things we can control via this grouping or customer account group. So if someone asks you, what is the role of customer account group? Then you will tell we control the fields in the customer master, whether that field has to be mandatory, optional, required, okay, whether that field has to be visible, or if at all that field has not to be visible to customer or to the end user. So all those controls we have in customer account group. Okay, if I go to the existing customer, as I told you last time also, if you go to customer, if you go to customer general data, you see this is your customer account group. Okay, if someone asks where you can find customer account group, you can find it here. Just pay attention that this is different. Okay, and this grouping what you select here at the time of creation. Okay, even though, as I said, these two fields, this grouping and this account group, are for the same purpose, but what is the difference? This grouping will be controlling the field of a business partner. Oh, my sound is echoing. Is it someone's speakers is on or what? If no one is speaking, you can go to mute. Maybe the sound is echoing. So maybe yeah. One sec. Yeah. So as I said, with this customer account group, we control the fields in customer master. With this grouping, we control the fields in BP. Okay, sometimes initial days we will get confused. Both are like four-digit code only. Okay, if you drop down also, sometimes what we do and many companies do, they create the grouping also with the same number. Let's say if you see GPEX, so maybe here also you will find that GPEX. Okay, So you may be thinking, okay, but then maybe both are same or what? Because everything I'm finding same options here also and there also. So don't get confused, okay? Even if you find same code there, it's not the same thing. It's a different thing. Yeah. And yeah, and as I told you last day, the general data, as I said, even if a business partner is working as a vendor or as an employee or a salesperson, okay, or as a customer or a vendor, so general data anyway we need, right? What is the name, what is the address, okay, and what is the phone number? All those data anyway need it, right? So this is why anything you create, whether a customer, vendor, supplier, sales employee, so BP first has to be created. So if you see all this general data we store here, the postal code history, time zone, region, okay. If you scroll down to here, we have some options to email address because and languages also, phone numbers. For some cases, what we do, let's say this is, as I said, this is a customer. Let's say the customer says, okay, whenever you are placing my order, I want some sort of information to be sent to my mail ID. Okay, that okay, this order has been created for this customer. Okay, let's say this is my customer. Let's assume this is me. Okay, this is Deepak's customer code created in SAP. So what I say to company that okay, whenever you are placing my order, just send me a mail also. Okay, that okay for this quantity you have already placed the order, so that I'm also aware in the meanwhile, and I can also what do you call see the pricing, the quantity, the details, everything I can see, and I can also do the backend arrangement for those receiving material, those which I'm going to receive in few days. So for that we maintain this email address. Okay, you can out with the output management. There is another functionality in SAP with output management. We'll go through that once we are into sales order thing. So in the output management, we can have that control. Whenever that order is saved, you can send a mail to this person. Okay, and as I said, there are so many things you see. There are, could be multiple addresses, right? Sometimes the address, let's say today I'm residing in Kolkata. Let's say today and after 10 days or after 1 month, I have changed my address as well. I shifted to some other location. So SAP has given all those provisions. So you can maintain that address valid. Okay, let's say this address was valid only for this to this. Okay. And after that, I have changed another address. So another address you can maintain, and then you can maintain that validity for that period as well. So what will happen automatically when you create order, so system will check which address is valid and accordingly system will take all those data. Okay, and where it takes, let me go to that order maybe. Uh, I think we're taking this sales order, right? Okay. Now if I just let me write this so that you understand. If you go to header, okay, you go to sales order header, then you go to partner. So you see all those options. We'll discuss all this. All 262 will discuss. So where you get all this information, the general information. Let's go up. So this is sold to parties. You just click on sold to party. As of now, ignore that bill to party address, everything. You see all this detail is already, system has already taken. You see this postal code, the city, country, the phone number, whatever we have maintained in the general data, it has taken all those entry. And one field maybe someone may ask you that search term. Okay, for the search term actually we can find it easily. Let's say just to search the customer. If you know the code, that's fine. You directly go to that BP and you can just type your code. But let's say you have not. Let's say I'm creating a customer for someone, and I want. I'm not able to recall that what do you call this code. That exact code I don't. I'm not recalling. So we can give some sort of search key field. Let's say Deepak is working in for LNT. So maybe the end user will type something, okay, LNT user. So next time, even if he don't remember my code, maybe he'll remember, okay, that Deepak was LNT user. So he can search that with that search term. He can search it. Let's say I'm copying this one, okay. Let's go to Somewhere that search option must be there. I don't remember where it is. Okay, let's put it. Uh, I don't know where we use it because I generally remember this code for some purpose. We can. Okay, let me find it. Maybe let's not waste time here. Just remember the search term is used to search the customer. If you don't remember the code, after this class I will see from where we can search it, and then I'll tell you the exact functionality of this one. Okay, and if you see there are other fields as well, like address overview we have. As I said, this is the current address. If you click here and if you print, so you can see all complete address, how it will be printing. Let's say if you are printing the address in what do you call, in order or in delivery, because when you will create the order, delivery, or invoice, all those things, then that document should have the complete information, because that's the only thing the outside world will be seeing, right? Not everybody will have that SAP access and they can go all see all these details. So whatever you are printing, that's something which is most important. So you can see the address how it will be printing in your documents. Okay. So you see all this basically basic and generic kind of data we have in the this role, what do you call, general data role. There are some industry specific what do you call, identifications all as well. We'll discuss this later maybe. If I tell you now, you may get confused. And you see the tax number, you can save it here. Like in India, we have GST number, right? So here you can maintain that tax number to that for that customer. When you create what do you call, for tax related stuff, this tax number will be used. We don't maintain this because I said this tax number is something more what do you call, more concerned related to these finance people. But you should also know where we maintain this. Okay, sometimes you also need to see what is the tax number it is maintained, and I said in the forms and all. So whatever we print the document, we call it form in SAP. Okay. So let's say you are printing the invoice, so we call it the invoice form. So let's say you have printed the invoice and the tax number has not came. So that you need to check first whether the tax number is maintained or not. If it is not maintained, then you will reach out to the finance people that okay, I have not in SAP this customer don't have the tax number and this is why it is not printing. So now they will take it forward. They will maintain. They will get it from customer. That it's their headache. It's not your headache to get all those things. So it's a finance what do you call, module thing. Okay, there are few other things. These all things are how do you call. As I said, in SAP there are so many things. On all the options that could be possible, SAP has given everything. Okay, don't confuse all those things. You will not be mostly we don't use all these other things. We use identification few sometimes. We use the general data. That's it. Okay, but if you see all other data, we have. They all have payment, so it's kind of what do you call, the bank detail and everything, the ban number. In what do you call, in outside of India, we have something called the ban IBAN number for banking and payment related stuff. So again, as I said, this is also something which is related to finance. So just maybe you can go through and you can see what kind of data we have here. Here you have one checkbox. If you see central block, let's say I'm running a company and let's say that the company is now closed now. Okay, and now so let's say as I said, I'm working for, let's say I'm a company of Tata L&T and I'm buying goods from Tata Steel. So what Tata Steel will do, okay, Deepak has closed this company. So there could be a chance that the end user is not knowing. The person who is placing the order in Tata Steel, he is not aware, okay, that Deepak has shut down his company. So there is a chance of again placing the order, right? Maybe by mistake if someone uses my customer code, so there could be what do you call, confusion kind of stuff, right? Like, anyway, later it will be caught. At some stage it will be caught. Okay, Deepak is not running company; it is closed now. So why we are delivering goods? Why we are getting invoice? But to save all those time, we SAP has given that option to as a central block. Let us put a central block here. Okay, and let's save it. Okay. Um, See, now someone has started playing with the number ranges of all these customers. You see, these all errors and all. As I said, since this is a testing system, people will start playing with the standard things and they don't care regarding the existing configuration. Okay, so this kind of error you may face. Let's go to display. Let's save it. No. Now we cannot save it because someone has changed. Okay, so now I think we have saved it. Okay, so now there is a central block applied for this customer. Okay, now let's try to create the order. Where was the order we had? This is our existing order. Okay, let's try to create the same data. New window, go to VH01. Yes, go to what was the order type we had. This is OR. Let us put OR only. 1010. Let's say 10. Let's say 00. Okay, let's put the same customer number. Someone has changed the master data as well. Let us maintain that data. This error, if you see, we are getting some standard that no pricing procedure could be determined. Okay, there could be multiple reasons. As I said, there are few parameters, 5 parameters basically, based on which your pricing procedure is determined. So let's hope that someone has changed only that customer master. Let me see. You see, this field is black. Let us maintain something. Let's say I maintain 01. Let's hope it works. As I said, now I have changed the data. So again, I have to create. I have to go back and I have to start the transaction again. Okay. If the change will not be active. Still, it is not taking 1 second. You see the problem? Last time we were able to use this, what do you call, uh, this data, and we were able to create some customer, this order. But now we cannot use it. QE01. Okay. 1 second. Let us go to this one. The customer master we have rectified, but maybe someone has changed here. So let's see. I just want to show you that message actually, what kind of message we get if the customer is centrally logged. I just want to show you that one. That was override. We don't see over here. I think someone has changed. You see, standard is not QE. Okay, in SAP as standard, if you see the fresh system, it will not be this one. Okay, I believe some 01 or something it must be. Let's save it.
It'll be 0.
No, A is I think a standard one.
Okay.
Let's use A only. Okay, anyway, let's save it any TR, no problem, because anyway TR we are not using anywhere. Okay, let's go to display. Let's hope now we will be able to create. We leave it. If it is not possible, we leave it. But even you can have your time, you can try. You can put that central block, and then you can try to create order, and then you can see that message thing. Okay. Okay. Now that error is gone. You see now we are not getting that pricing procedure error. Okay. Let's say I'm putting some test. Okay, it has not even thrown me that message as well that customer is blocked or something. I don't know. Let us try to create. Usually that message comes because as I said, but everything is controlled in SAP. Okay, each message, each warning you can control. So maybe someone has what you call played around with that message as well. So in general, you will get some error here. Okay, not error actually, some warning that customer 1010002 is marked for central block. Okay, but here we are not getting. So maybe someone has changed that as well. Maybe. No check rule. This is a credit management error. Okay, if you see all these things, credit management. So let's not bother about now. It says some data is missing. We'll go to edit.
Yeah, that error came. The credit block error has come now.
And that will come. Let's say you have not, you don't have the limit. That time that message will come. We'll discuss that also. We'll touch when we will discuss this credit management thing. Okay, anyway, let's save it. You see, when this message comes now, close it. Yeah. So it says me that your document is incomplete. Means something I have not entered which was mandatory, but still I can save it. Okay. This also it is controlled in SAP. Even if the document is complete, you can save it, or you can have the configuration like that. If the document is incomplete, you cannot even save it also. Okay. This control we have. So let's try to save it now. See, you see it got saved, but still my document is incomplete. If I open it again, let me go to again to this one. And when yet the document is incomplete, what and all has to happen going forward, and what to be not to happen, all those things you can control with this incompletion procedure. We'll discuss that when we go to this incompletion procedure. See, you go to edit and then you go to incompletion. System checks the incompletion and then it tells, okay, this is something which is missing. Okay, someone has changed a lot of things. You see, ideally last day if you remember it was 10. Okay, so I don't know. That's the problem with testing system. If you press F4, let's try to put it 10 maybe.
They have changed the item material category.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one. People, as I said,
from
in a standard, people will change anything. Okay, so sometimes you'll get confused. So now you see it has saved, and now I don't think it will throw me that incompletion thing. See, now it says document is complete.
yeah.
Okay, why? Because earlier the item category was different. Item category, as I said, SAP is very generic and user friendly. So item category, what kind of category this material is? All these things are controlled by this item category. Whether it's a free good, whether it is a service good, okay, whether the delivery is required, whether delivery is not required, or let's say I'm selling what do you call? Let's say I'm selling a fridge, okay. So while selling a fridge, maybe there could be some packaging material as well, okay. But you don't charge. And generally, when you buy some fridge, so generally that what you call the shopkeeper or the plant doesn't charge you for that packaging thing and all, right? But somewhere they also need to keep an eye how much, I mean, what you call, how much packaging material they have, right? Then only they can purchase, right? When the stock is less, they can also purchase. So they put that packaging material also here. But the price, let's say the packaging material as of now, let's put it hypothetically that this material is called packaging, okay? So this is my fridge, this is my packaging. But the pricing will only be done only for your fridge material, right? Not for packaging. So how you control it? You can control it via item category. We'll discuss when we will go to the item category part. We'll discuss. Okay. And one more important thing, in some interview people may ask you. Let's say I have created the order already. Okay. Let's save it again. And as I said, once the document is created, and now let's say I'm changing some data here. Okay. Let's say I'm changing this one or I'm changing this one. It will not be reflecting in my existing sales order which I have created already. Okay. Why? Because this document is already created. Let's say 5633 is already created now. So now whatever changes I will be doing now, it will not reflect automatically. There is only one data that gets updated automatically in the existing document also. That is your only address. Okay. Rest other thing it will not copy. Let's see it. I'll show you that well as well. Maybe if you go to and see the customer is something which is relevant for your whole document. Okay, so all the customer related information you can find it in the header section. You go to header and then you see, let's say customer group 01. So from where it has come from here. Let me show you. You see customer group 01. You see, so everything from related to customer it will come in header level only. Okay, and you see all the details it comes in header, who created, what date, what time it has been created, everything it will come. You go to shipping also. So as you see, if you go to shipping in the order, it has taken shipping condition 01. You go to shipping time, you see order combination, it has also check marked. Shipping condition also taken 1001. You see 01. So you see the advantage of master data. I don't have to enter all this data again. I simply put that customer number. It has taken all the data. You go to billing. So billing related data will come where in the billing section. You see Incoterm location, like payment term 004. Okay. And as I said, let us change something. Okay. For time being, let us change something. Let's say I have changed the not this one. Let's change the payment term maybe. Okay. I will put it 001 and I save it. Okay. Changes have been saved. Now I will go to VA03. Let's not go to, since we are in the change mode, to avoid confusion, I'll go to VA03. Okay. It is not taking slash n. So we have changed the payment term and let's try to change the what do you call the address as well. Okay. Let me open this. Go to general data and uh, let's say let us put paste. Okay. I've not saved it. Okay. I just put save, but I've not saved it. Let's go to order again. If I go to my order, if I go to my header, if I go to my partner tab, equal to party, see it is still CHEF and ITZ whatever it is. Okay. Now let's say I'm saving this one. Okay. Now let's go to display mode. So two things we have changed it, right? First thing we changed the payment term, another thing we changed the address. Okay. Now let us open the order again. Let's see what our changes are reflecting in your sales order. Go to VA03. And I said again, you need to go to slash n, then only the changes, whatever you have done, it will impact. You go to header, you go to billing. You see, payment term is still 004, what was earlier. But we have changed it now, but it has not taken that 001 thing, right? We have made it 001, but still, system has taken the old data, what was there at the time of creation of the sales order. That time it was 004. But now if I go to address, you see that address got updated. You see, now it has already changed, right? I have not gone to change mode on the sales order. I mean, it's still in display mode only. But my address got changed. Whereas the other data whichever I changed, like the billing tab data, it has not updated automatically. It's still 004. Okay, so this is one of the major interview question. If my sales order is already created, what data is automatically reflected in the existing order if I change in the customer masters? You need to tell only the address is automatically updated. Rest other data we will not update automatically. Okay, let's go to the document again. Any doubt so far? Anyone?
No, no.
Let's go to the document and yeah, one more thing that I was saying, the easy access path. So there is one path we call it SPRO path, and this is easy access path. Okay, so SPRO why we use to do our configuration. Okay, and why what for this easy access is there? Let's say slash n. You see SAP easy access. Easy access is for end user so that they feel what do you call? They feel convenient to use this SAP. Okay. So here also the path will be there. Let's say if you go to access logistic SD master data. Okay. Logistic SD master data, business partner, customer, create, sorry, sales. Why it is showing VD01?
Sir, there is XD01 also down below.
Where?
Below VD01.
Okay, FD01. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you see master data, business partner, customer, create. The master business partner customer get SD0. Yeah. So you see, either you can go through this way. Even if I click here, you see it has taken me to again the same BP only. So sometimes people prefer using that one, but sometimes if you remember the T code, you simply type the T code. Let's say I'm in this screen, I don't remember the path. Let's say I'll simply type BP, okay, and then this screen pops up, and then I can create the organization, I can create the group. So there are two paths just to have it clear. So this is easy access path. This is for end user. What they will do, they will create master data, they will create transactional data, sales order, delivery, noise they will create with this one. And there is another path that we consultant use, that is SPRO path. Okay, don't get confused between these two because it looks similar, right? Here also we have drop downs and everything. But this is for end user. Okay, you can also use if you remember if you don't remember the ticket, you can find it via this one also. But this is not the SPRO path. The SPRO is a different. SPRO is for configuration. Okay. So that day, since we already created the customer, let's not create it now. Let's go to few fields which are important. Okay. All these things you can ignore as of now. I'll share this document today. Maybe by the end of today, I'll share this document. You can go through the other theoretical thing. Okay. We'll try to see uh, a few important fields which are relevant. So you see tabs. Tabs is nothing but your, like as I said, there are three tabs: general tab, sales area tab, finance tab. As of now, we will just talk about these three tabs only. Let's not talk about the credit management, the treasury management, the vendor, the sales employee. Okay, let's not talk about this. Let's only talk about three: general data, company data, sales area data. This screen, if you see, this screen looks different. You see, company code data is also here, sales area data is also here. But if I go to my S4 HANA, this screen is from ECC actually. Okay, this screen is from ECC. It is this way it looks different. You see, there is no role and all things. You see, there is no drop down things coming here. Okay, this is ECC screen, but in S4 HANA you see like this. Where was the customer? Yeah, this is our customer. You see, in S4 HANA you see these roles and all. Okay, so as I said, the address thing in the general data we maintain the address. Okay, the control data, as I said, the finance people will be using. The payment tab also something finance people or the finance user or the finance consultant will be using. But you need to understand what this data is all about. Okay. In general data, we are in SD consultant mostly most of the time only concerned about the address only and the email address. That's it. We don't bother about the other information in general data. Okay. You see, for marketing also we have something, but we don't. As I said, we don't generally use. In at least in my career, I haven't seen any company who is using these all data of general data tab. Okay, mostly they use the general data, phone number, email address. That's it. So let's not waste time here. And if you see, as I said, let's say, as I said, let's say already we have the segregation of creation of customer or any BP, like as I said, the person, group, and organization, right? But now let's say that it's organization, but then also it could be another different type of industry, right? Let's say I have a company. What kind of company I am running? Steel company, or what do you call, or what do you call, some pipe company, some sort of industry we call it, right? Industry sector, banking sector. So that segregation also we have in SAP so that you can maintain this field and it's easier to segregate that data as well. Okay. This customer here, this is customer hierarchy. Okay. I will explain. There are two types of hierarchy we have in SAP. One we call it customer hierarchy. One we call it product hierarchy. Okay. As of now, what do you call? Hierarchy people understand, right? In company we have hierarchy, like there is the managing director, then we have senior manager, then we have manager, then we have what do you call, senior engineer, we have engineer. These all are hierarchy, right? In general also, as I said, it's very user friendly terms SAP uses. So hierarchy, so hierarchy is nothing but your the flow or the what do you call, top to down how the data looks like. Here also if you see, so head office is Mumbai, then let's say it has divided the whole India into four regions: east, west, south, north. Then again, let's say it has expanded the south one. South we have four state: Tamil Nadu, AP, KE, KR. Okay, let's say in AP again we have three sort of division we have. Then in Hyderabad we have this local. So what for we maintain this hierarchy? So this is for customer. Let's similarly it could be for material as well. Let's say a company is selling musical instrument, right? Then first of all, what kind of musical instrument it could be? It could be guitar, it could be piano. So that is one kind of hierarchy. Okay, let's say let me go to this Excel maybe. Yeah, as I said, let's say they are selling some musical instrument. Okay, so as I said, let's say they are selling guitar, they are selling piano, they are selling some house. What do you call? Home theater. Okay, but again, if you go down also, it's not only one guitar, right? They must be selling multiple type of guitar, correct? And it could be manual, it could be electronic guitar, right? Then again, manual will not be always be only one guitar. Then again, manual could have like three string, four string. Okay, like electronic also there could be a lot different variants. So you see, this is three level of hierarchy we have expanded. First level, what kind of instrument it is. Then going forward, there is this is another hierarchy level, level two, manual electronic. Then you go to the third level. It could go up to sixth level. Okay, I don't know which example it has taken. One, two, three, four, five. So it has shown up till five. So we have till six. Okay, the logic and the idea is similar for customer hierarchy and what do you call material product hierarchy or product hierarchy. So the idea is same. The advantage of using this hierarchy thing is, let's say there are multiple things. Okay, let's say company has decided, forget about SAP as of now, just think theoretically. Let's say company decided, okay, for now onwards, uh, we will sell guitar on 20% discount, all guitars. Okay, so now if you see in this example, there are five guitars we have total. I've given a very simple example. In general, there are not only five, there could be hundred of guitars model also available in the real world. But now if I have to give discount for each material wise, I have to maintain some five record in our example, right? But if I go with this hierarchy level, I will only maintain guitar 10% discount. That's it. It will flow to all the what do you call all the bottom hierarchy thing, right? So I only need to maintain at this level. So pricing we will only maintain at the higher hierarchy node. It will automatically be applicable to all the downside hierarchy thing. Just have a basic idea how this hierarchy thing works. Okay, in the example what this document is showing, let's say as I said, let's say the company has decided, okay, what we will do, we will sell the East India, even if any customer or anyone belonging to East India region will give some 2% discount. So they can maintain the data, pricing data at this level. So automatically, whatever the drop down they have, it will be applicable to all those, all the states of East India, all those what do you call district and everything. It will be controlled. So we don't have to go to each customer. From hierarchy level itself, we can control the pricing. In SAP at least, SAP SD, we use this hierarchy thing to control like this. I've seen few example in few of the company where they were controlling the pricing like this. Okay. Now let's go key figures. They all are not important, maybe, but you can go through all this. Okay, when you have this document, you can go through it. Now there is one more important thing: unloading point. Any customer, let's say, as I said, let's assume that I'm also running a company L&T. So L&T could be also a very big company. Okay, and my customer code it is created 100 and whatever this code is 1002. Then I can also have, let's say, the trucks arrives to my company, and there are four gates in my company. Okay, generally big companies will have multiple gates, right? That's not only one gate. So let's say I need to tell that to the what do you call it, to the data steel, right? That okay, whenever selling me the goods, you always send the goods to the gate number two. Okay, So that is something you call it an unloading point. So that also you maintain, so that every time the trucks comes or the material comes, they automatically know, okay, where to go, which gate number to go. Okay, you can just remember this thing like this. Okay. As I said, again I said good receiving hour. Let's say I am only running my company in general shift. I don't have my manpower in after 5 p.m. or after 6 p.m. So that also I will maintain, so that the company, I'll also ask the basically what I will, how it will flow in real world. I will tell the Tata Steel that, okay, boss, this is my unloading point gate number two, and I only work in general shift like 9 to 5. So whenever you're sending me goods, you always send 9 to 5. So what Tata Steel will do, a salesperson of the Tata Steel will maintain that good receiving hour. So the company knows, okay, Deepak's company is only working 9 to 5. So they will not deliver me goods at 6 or after 6, because there will no manpower to unload that material, right? And there will no person to receive that material also. So that also we can control. This is something which we maintain at customer master only. Okay. No, ignore it now. What is in our, like, see, in an interview, this kind of question you may get it. Okay, that there is a customer whose requirement is to receive goods only on Saturday. How you can achieve this in SAP? So then you need to tell them, "Okay, I will maintain the good receiving hour in the customer master, and then you can have this thing control when the goods to be delivered exactly." Okay. Yes. Export data contact person, as of now, just ignore it. That's not that important. Yeah. This is some, I think we already are into finance data or what. Okay. This reconciliation account where we were. Yeah, this reconciliation. If you, this is one of the important field in customer master. Okay. When the invoicing is happening, right? That time in real world also, when you are selling any good, you maintain something in your books, right? In your diary, or maybe somewhere you will maintain that data. Okay, this much I have sold. So in SAP, that entry is made in GL, that we call it GL, general ledger. Okay, every entry related to finance has to be maintained in some GL. We can have multiple GL, like say for tax we can have a GL, for discount we can have a GL. Okay, for discount we can have a GL. All those GLs are there, different GLs are there based on the company's requirement and based on the reporting purpose. Let's say the management asks, okay, I need that what do you call the tax data I want in separate GL. So let's say from January to March, how much tax we have paid to the government. I only want to see that data. So they can just open that GL and they can see, okay, boss, this much we have paid to that till now to the government, or this much tax is applied to all the document. Okay, this reconciliation account, it is maintained at this level. As I said, this is some reconciliation, something to all finance. You go to, and this, as I said, this document belongs to ECC. That's why it's a bit different. You go to company code. Let's say put what was the, I think 1010. It must be there. You can see your company code here also. If you go to billing in the sales document, you see 1010. Yeah. So you see this reconciliation. All other data, whatever it is maintained in the under finance, as I said, every data, not only this, every data is controlled by the finance person, either finance consultant or finance employee. But if this is not maintained, you will get an error at the time of invoicing. Okay. So what happens? System creates an entry in the GL. So there will be two GL, one for customer account debit and revenue account credit. This is also very important things to remember. When invoicing happens, you see, whenever we are creating invoice, system will generate accounting document. System will put the invoice value in the accounting, into the accounting, and the accounting entry will be customer account debit. This is how we call it, customer account debit, and revenue account credit. Okay, let me show in the SAP. Maybe I don't know whether you people will understand or not as of now, but let me show you. If I go to document, no, not this one. This is our order side. I'm going to 5600. Yeah, see, this is the accounting entry. Okay, this is invoice. Ignore all these things. Just remember, for simplicity, you remember the sales order, delivery, invoice, and as it has written, after invoicing, accounting entry will be generated. So this is your accounting entry. Either directly you can select it and you can go to display, or you can open the invoice and then you can go to this button, accounting overview. You click here, it will open like this. This document you ignore. This is not for our for SD consultant. You open the first one. You select, double click here. So now you see what was the GL we have maintained, 1 to 100, right? So you see this is our customer code, and you see the sign here. Okay, the sign plays a very critical role here. Okay, you see there is plus sign here and there is a minus sign here. Okay, always remember this thing, minus means credit. There is no sign, that means plus sign is debit. Okay, so here you see what here we are doing in customer account, there is a plus, that means customer account is debited. This is a very simple example. It's good that we have got a very simple example, that there is only a price and then tax. But if you notice, this value will always be same. The plus minus, if you sum it, it will always be zero in any accounting. If it is not zero, system will throw you that error. Okay. So customer account is debited, it's plus. If you go to document, here also it said customer account is debited and revenue account is credited. This is revenue account. This is GL. This 4100 is GL. This 22, what do you call it? 22000 is also a GL. Okay. How you can see this GL number? Let's see. You open. I don't know whether this is you can remember or not, but just to have understanding, you go to FBL 5N and then you can see your entries. Okay. This is a financial record, but sometimes we also see whether accounting entry has been flown or not. So we also use it. Now I go to the area. You open item. There are so many other things it is asking. Oh, sorry, this is only for customer. You can see only this one. Okay, open item. Execute it. Now, if you see, let's say I don't, since as of now we know this invoice, so we have opened it. Let's say I don't have that invoice number, okay, and I want to see how much invoice has been created for that customer. I can go to FBL 5N, FBL 5N for customer, what do you call, customer item display. From here you can see all those entries. You see, this 208.85. It is made on 11th, 2011. You see 2011. This is the entry which we are. This is the invoice which we are seeing right now. You see 208.85. So from here you can see there are 6 invoices have been made for this customer. Out of this entry goes and sits here. This is a very simple example. So we are having only 6. In real world there could be hundred of entries. So from here you can see all those values. See every, what do you call it, reporting is happening. How much they have sold, how much the total value. Okay,
This is, sir, this is basically receivables, right? What we
receivable,
have to
right? This is receivable.
and
We
for
treat it as a
that particular
receivables.
customer.
Yeah. But in
Okay.
accounting entry perspective, you remember customer account is debited, that means plus sign. Revenue is credited as well as tax account. This is tax account, okay? Is also credited. Minus means credited. Here it has only shown these two terms, revenue, customer and revenue. But there could be multiple things. Let's say some sort of additional charges have been what do you call applied. Let's say transportation charge. So then again there will be one more GL here for transportation. Okay. Let's say there is some discount. Then again some discount GL will be there. But that all depends how that management wants those entries. At what level they want the reporting. Let's say here we have very simple. Let's say there is another called as a freight. But the company says, okay, I don't want freight to be in separate GL, just maintain in this revenue GL, you maintain it. But what will happen after some days, let's say after 6 months or 1 year, if someone asks how much freight we have paid, so then you don't have the value. You simply merge the value in this revenue GL only. So now there is no reporting. So it's always better to segregate. Even here also, if you see output tax, you can just you can ignore the, I mean, you can remove this output tax and you can maintain in this revenue GL itself. But what will be the problem? Next time you don't remember how much tax we have paid on this one. There will be only 208.85 entry here. So you don't know 33 was 33.35 was my tax. So if it is segregated, you can report it also, right? If it is going to different GL, you can open this GL and then you can see the entries. Correct? But
Yes.
all these things, it's not only SD person. This is something which we call an integration. Okay, since you see this is something which is related to finance also coming, but it is under SD document. So this we call it an integration point between SG and FI. So this also sometimes people will ask you, what is the integration point between SG and FI? So then you need to tell them this what you call the revenue account determination, tax account determination, all these things comes under FI and SG integration. Okay, and just
And one more thing
mhm.
for doubt I had is
Yeah.
chart of accounts. For each chart of accounts, the this thing will be different, right?
Chart
Accounts
of
because
account is something also you can say, you can assume as of now as a company code of kind of thing. Okay, this is only one time defined. And again,
yeah,
as I
yeah,
said,
but
chart of account is something also finance people define it. So we don't bother what they maintain. Okay, we simply use it. We don't know. We ask the finance people, finance consultant.
correct, correct.
Correct? No.
But the thing is, like the standard chart of account right now, what we're using is INT. For that,
Hmm.
the accounts receivable is 1,40,000 or something,
Hmm.
according to the document which you
Right.
showed.
Right.
But if we are choosing CIN, that chart of account of India,
Hmm.
that's the standard one. The account receivable isn't there actually. It is something else. So it's very
See,
difficult
where,
to.
okay, I don't know whether you will, again, I will understand or not, but let me show you that one as well.
Yeah.
VKOA. We'll discuss this. The document it is also still there. We'll discuss that as well. But as of now, I just show you. So see where this GL comes into this 4-1.
Yeah.
How this system is taken. So it all comes from this entry. Okay, this we call it
Okay.
VKOA. Okay. So you see we have few parameters from which these GLs are getting determined. Let's go to display. Let's not change something. So as I said, if something is called V, you remember. Okay, this is something related to sales. Okay.
Sales. Yeah.
Coffee, and there is another condition type KOFK. You ignore it as of now. Just remember that okay, always it's coffee. Then you see the chart of account. This is something which comes.
Yeah.
This finance people tells us. Okay, in some company what will happen is VKOA. If you see the T code VKOA, so it's something which SD consultant has to maintain this data. But you will not maintain the data by your own, right? You will
Yeah.
maintain this V. You will maintain this coffee. But chart of account, you will ask the finance person. Boss, tell me the chart of account. Sales org is yours, you will maintain it. Accounting key is also yours. But again, as I said, this accounting key is also something which is being shared between SG and FI. So it's something which we people do the config, but not all alone. We discuss it with the finance consultant and then you maintain all this entry. Okay. And whatever entry you make it here, that entry will come here. Let us see this GL. Okay. If you go to position.
CIN.
No, let's say selection by content, GL account. Mm, mm, mm. Why it is not taken?
Mhm.
Somewhere it must be here only in GL tab only. Why it is not finding that one? 4100. Do you see somewhere 4100?
Mm-hmm.
In this column, it will be there. Okay, this, as of now, we ignore the secural key. Okay, just ignore that one. Okay, anyway, you can maybe after this call, you can see this. So this GL must be there somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
based on this combination, it comes. You see the sales order you already taken in your sales order. So from it comes account key comes from pricing procedure. This V and coffee and chart of account are mostly common. You see, this is a standard system and people are using for testing purpose. You see all these things. Generally, there will be only one or one. As I've seen, I've only seen one chart of account in all the companies. Because I said it's something you can relate it to kind of company code kind of thing. So they will not have
This is
multiple.
this one. There are multiple because there are the people doing different
Right,
chart of accounts,
right.
right?
People are testing and they are taking some
Yeah.
standard chart of accounts. That's why you see all this entry. In
So
general, will not.
CAIN, there's only few of them.
Hmm.
So if we have to maintain for trade receivables, then how do we do that?
That we will see once we will into this account determination part. We'll see. As of now, since we are
Okay.
discussing this customer master, so I thought of showing all this. You ignore it as of now. Okay, we'll come to this. We'll QAOA setting how we do. Okay, from where the what is this
Okay.
COFI and COA FK, where we maintain this account key. I will show all these things. Don't worry. Okay. Since I was opening this, so I was just sort of showing all these things. Okay. So as I said, this you remember. Invoice happens. There is accounting entry. An accounting entry. Customer account is always debited. Revenue is created. Maybe if you see answer up to here only, then the interviewer may ask you, okay, only revenue account is created. There is no other account. Then you need to tell, no, there will be tax account as well. There will be some other like say freight or discount or surcharge account also will be there. That also will be created. Okay. But in general, these three, if you tell these three also, it's enough. Customer account is limited, revenue and tax are created. Okay. And I said this reconciliation is something which is finance people will be taking care. We don't have to bother about that. And the customer or master also, what entry it has to be taken, you ask the finance people. Anyway, it is under finance rule, so finance people will only maintain. But let's say for testing, if something is not there and we are maintaining, we are trying to test something, so we ask this particular reconciliation account from the finance people. So they tell us the code, okay, you maintain 121 0010. We maintain it. That's it. What will happen if you don't maintain? If you don't maintain this, no, your accounting will not generate. Here we see this accounting, right? So this will not generate. It will throw you some error that revenue account or something is missing. Some error you will get. This entry will not get generated. Okay. And if you see, if the accounting entries are not generated, this line will not be there. Up to here only things will be shown. This will not be coming. I'll say one more thing since we are discussing here. So you see, this is not cleared. Okay. So if accounting entry is not cleared, as I said, up to here only our part is done. This accounting entry is generated. That's it. SD part is over. How this not clear will get into clear? That is the finance part. But in general, you theoretically you just understand when payment comes, then finance transaction or FI consultant or FI user do some transaction in F32 or F-32, some transaction they run. They put this entry and they made some entry in SAP that okay, we have received the payment, and then it will be changed to cleared. Okay, but as of now, SD part is over. If this is generated, SD part is done. We don't have to worry anything on this one. Okay, let's stop here and yeah, we will discuss the further part from the payment term and all. We will discuss later. Tomorrow we will discuss. Any confusion till now? Anyone?
No, Deepak, no.
No, no, Deepak.
No, Deepak.
Okay, so whatever we have discussed, you can try, and as I said, you can just go to system and then you can see the GL thing. You can go to VKOA and then you try to find out this 100. You will see how it determines and all. Don't change anything, as I said, don't change anything. Just go to a display mode, then you can see, and you can take this order as a reference, and then you can play around with the creating master data or sales order. Okay, try to create sales this customer master. Okay, you will get some error, so then you will understand how it works, which data is important, which is not important, how the roles comes, when you go to change mode, how it flows. Okay. This thing also you can try just as we tested one thing that You change the address, it is reflecting automatically, and the other data, let's say payment term, plant, customer group, anything if you change, that will not be reflecting in the existing sales order. That also you can try. You can create one sales order and then you can try. Okay.
For the existing companies only, right? We can do with the
Yeah,
ones
it's
which are
better to use the existing one because you want to play around with the customer master, right? So
yeah.
you can use the same customer, that's fine. But remember what you are changing and then you revert it again, okay? Not change anything and then you forget. Okay. We can create our own customer, everything we can create our own. But as I said, this is a testing system and somebody is playing and who I don't know who will someone will be playing. Anyway, someone has paid, so they will be playing and they don't know that should not touch that standard thing. So that kind of things may come up. So the currency, all these things, customer procedure, if someone has changed all those, you can change some shipping data. Then you can see, try creating the new order, you open the existing order, you see the difference.
Okay.
Okay. So you can play around with all these fields. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are good here. We will close it today. Uh, yeah. Okay. Are we good to close now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.